First of all powerful does not mean that God can do anything. Okay? All powerful does not mean that God can do anything. There are things that God can't do. They're going to kick me out of Harvest now. Right? How can you tell me that God can't do something? Well, the Bible tells us God can't do certain things. Lie. The Bible says God cannot lie, right? Does that make sense? So if God cannot lie, is that a deficit on the part of God? Is that a flaw? No. Why? Because the lying is the flaw. You can't repair a car that's not dented, right? If the car is in perfect condition, how can you repair it? You don't, because there's nothing to repair. So God cannot lie. Here's another thing that God cannot do. God cannot learn. Now think about this. The divine nature cannot ascertain new knowledge if God is all-knowing. But being all-knowing means he has the highest amount of knowledge. Learning means that there is a deficit of knowledge that one can obtain. So again, it's not a deficit. God cannot sin. Okay? God cannot tempt. There's many things that the Bible says God cannot do. Other things that God cannot do is God cannot do that which is logically impossible. God cannot do that which is logically impossible. What's something that's logically impossible? Make the blackest white you've ever seen. Right? Or a square circle is the common refrain. People sometimes will come up and say, if God is all powerful, can he make a rock so big that even he himself can't lift it? Now, I come from Southern California, so I usually try to turn it into, if God is all powerful, can he make picante sauce so hot that even he can't eat it? Because I think that's a little bit more culturally relevant. But either way, those are ridiculous questions. They actually don't mean anything, because there's no such thing as an all-powerful being making something more powerful than he is. Otherwise, he wouldn't be all-powerful. It doesn't compute. It's like saying, can God make green smell faster than yellow? I mean, they're words, they kind of work together, but they don't mean anything. So just because somebody strings some words together, cannot God make a rock so big that even he himself can't lift it? So that's a nonsense statement. It's not even a yes or no answer. You're talking gibberish. You're saying, can God make green smell faster than yellow? How do I answer that? It doesn't mean anything. You see? So God can't do the logically impossible.